Hello, I'm Ed Glover, Business Applications Manager with Team Rubicon, and I'm putting together this short video to go over some upcoming changes to the EMS from Microsoft. Twice a year, Microsoft introduces new features and changes to the user interface that are intended to make your life easier. So in this short video, we'll be going over a couple of those new changes. So the first one of note is in the view of records. So let's go to, say, contacts, and we will see immediately that how the view lays out and looks is quite different from what you had prior to this release. Of note, there are bolder lines between each record. The headers are all bolded, and the functionality remains the same. You can still sort and filter in place. Another new feature is the ability to select a record, press the Shift key, and select another record, and select multiple records. So this is useful when you want to do a bulk editing operation, which is another update I'll get to here in a minute. Another change to the look and feel is a new button that allows you to change the columns that are present in a view. So, for example, if you didn't want Metro located next to the full name of the record in your view, you could drag that field into a different position. Additionally, you can add new columns to the view by switching to the All search and searching or scrolling for the field you're looking for. In this example, we will add the deployable qualification and click Close. You'll notice it's now here at the bottom, and when we click Apply, our view will temporarily update with that new piece of information. Notice that by doing that, you've not created a new view. You've simply added data to the view for your temporary use. If you made changes this way and wanted to save this view as a personal view, you can go to the vertical three-dot ellipse here, expand Create View, and choose Save as a New View, where you'll be prompted to give it a new name. Next up in the look and feel updates from Microsoft involves the View Selector. So when you drop this down, in the past you would see a series of icons representing pins, kind of like this one here, that would allow you to designate which of these views you want to set as your default view. Now you see default displayed on the right of the view that you've selected, and in order to change it, you would need to navigate to a different view, expand the View Selector again, and scroll all the way to the bottom and select the button Set Current View as My Default. And by doing that, the system will remember that that's the view to show you every time you go to the contacts table. All right, next up is an update to the bulk editing feature. So if you operate with C&G and you perform a role that is responsible for setting, say, the working and billeting flag for gray shirts who are on scene. Let's go to an example of that, and I'll show you the new features around bulk editing. So we'll go to Projects. And let's find an example project that has some data. And I'm going to go, once it draws, to the Strike Team Alignments tab and switch my view to the All Bookings view. And what we're going to do is select several records that we want to update. You also have the opportunity to select all records if you wanted to filter your view first and then decide to select them all for bulk updating. And then we will select, well, it redrew on me, so 1 second. So selecting a few records, and then we're going to click the Edit button. In the past, a separate pop-up would display, and you would choose what you wanted to update. This new interface pops out a pane to the right-hand side, as you see, and represents the form of the child entity that you are editing. So in this case, we're going to set these 4 records to be working equals yes, as well as billeting equals yes. And when we hit save at the bottom, it gives us our progress as it runs through doing those updates in the background. The last new feature to point out is a new Open in a New Window button, which is present on pretty much every form that you will see in the EMS. And all it does is, as sort of stated, pops that form out into a new window, allowing you to move it to, say, a different monitor or more space if you have one, and allows you to edit that record in a separate window. And once you close out, make changes, save it, and close out, you return to the underlying view that record belonged to. Well, that's about it for updates in regards to the Microsoft 2021 Release 2 wave of changes. If you have any questions, please reach out to Mike Prill or myself. We're always glad to talk about the EMS and what's coming. Thanks. Have a great day.